Dear Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and lovely children, a warm good evening to all of you. I, TM Shrestha Nair, welcome you all to the 314th meeting of Periyar Toastmasters Club. Before we move forward, I would like to recite the mission of our club. The mission of a Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and foster learning environment in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. As you all know, in Toastmasters program, we do not discuss matters related to sects, religion, and politics. Finally, it is time for me to invite the presiding officer for today's meeting. He's such an incredible problem solver and a torchbearer, going around inspiring people. He's always ready to fill in any position in a meeting. We are very fortunate to have this wonderful persona as a member of our club. I welcome our dedicated Vice President of Education, TM Ravi Kumar Nair, as our presiding officer for today's meeting. Over to you, presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shrestha, for that very pleasing introduction. That was so pleasing. I don't know whether I deserve all that. Dear fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, wish you all a very happy and prosperous new year first. And do we have any guest?
We have Santosh Vichara sir as guest. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you for joining, Santosh Vichara, sir.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Sushil Gupta is here, but anyhow, he's going to get inducted today. So, thank you for joining us, Santosh Vichara, sir. And once again, let's get into the session. I'm delighted to welcome you all to the very first meeting of this year. The start of the new year, really, it can be a very moving experience, isn't it? It is a time when we reflect with gratitude on the past and set our hopes and intentions for the days ahead. The new year gives us an opportunity to rejuvenate our enthusiasm for chasing goals and dreams. If we consider the Toastmastering year, we are exactly on the halfway through our meetings. At this juncture, I would like to thank each and every member who has shown exemplary performance with their speeches and assigns in our meetings. Without them, the club would not have functioned so smoothly. And I'm glad that in the very first meeting, also we are starting with a bang as we are going to induct a new member to this vibrant club. Our VP membership is all set for that. Sustainability of any club is primarily based on adding new members, and we Periyarians are in the process. I personally request each member to bring at least one new member. Maybe we can take this as a New Year resolution. Other than that, we have a very important workshop on presenting yourself in a contest conducted by our past president, divisional past president, DTM Safia Mohammed. It will cover very important and minute points in the way you should be presenting yourself as contestants, which I think will be very helpful for our aspiring contestants. Never underestimate the power you have to take your life in a new direction. Every moment is a fresh beginning. Life is not about expecting, hoping, and wishing. It's about doing, being, and becoming. So once again, cheers to health, happiness, prosperity in this new year, and may the year 2022 be your best year. With that message, let us switch over to today's educational session. To conduct today's educational session, We have a visionary Toastmaster who has been an inspiration for all of us, a very humble and pleasant personality. He's a natural speaker, a champion speaker. He's none other than our own president. Please help me welcome DTM Harish Bhargavan with a great round of applause. DTM Harish Bhargavan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi, for that elevating introduction. And as you rightly observed, it is very inspiring to start the new year with the induction of a new member and also with a workshop on a very important topic. There are so many invitees who are supposed to join. I'm not sure how many of them will turn up. And DTM Sapphire is already there with us. So what I will do now is I will do the introduction of the role players, and after that we will get into the workshop. All right. So before we get into it, I am, as Toastmaster of the day, supposed to introduce a theme. And today's theme is less of dispensable and more of indispensable. Actually, we all know we are all fond of cars. We all use cars, but the company that made it possible for people like us to own and operate a car is Ford Motors. Henry Ford, until his time, car was a luxury item used only by the rich and mighty. There used to be only very few cars on the road. But Henry Ford came up with the idea of mass production and assembly line that reduced the cost of cars dramatically. So even the people who were working in the factory of Ford cars, they could purchase and run or use cars. That way, Ford Motors became the top car producer in the world. But in 10 years' time, or 10 or 20 years' time, General Motors overtook Ford Motors and became about 5 times as big as Ford Motors. What happened? Henry Ford used to tell, Ford Motors will produce any car, in any color the customer wants, but it should be black. So Henry Ford and Ford Motors, they were adamant with the production of Model T and the color of black. At that time, this General Motors came in picture, and their motto was different. Their chief said, we will give less of what the customers don't want and more of what the customers want. The Model T of Henry Ford did not come with auto ignition. People had to operate a lever, rotate a flywheel to get the car started. General Motors introduced auto ignition and introduced a variety of attractive colors. Henry Ford stuck to his principle. Any car the customer wants, I will give, but it should be Model T black. And they were reduced in size compared to General Motors as about 1/5. From that principle, today our theme is less of dispensable and more of indispensable. Year after year, Toastmasters clubs conduct workshops on how to deliver an international speech, how to deliver evaluation, table topics, and humorous. This year we saw our division L, they were doing it all by themselves for the whole entire division. Any Toastmaster who was interested to attend those workshops, they could very easily log in that link and attend those workshops. So as a result, we felt those kind of workshops were dispensable. So in Periyar, we decided not to have those workshops at all. What is more indispensable? After the last contest, the biggest feedback we got from many was that most of our speakers, the lighting was not proper, and camera placement was not proper, we might think, is it so important? Especially the value of an international speech may be judged by the content, the structure, but you have to remember something. When there are equally good speeches, strong in content, strong in call for action, but one is very well lit up and camera is placed so well, and the other camera placement and lighting is poor, which speech is going to go with the trophy? That is it's a very easy guess. None of the judging criteria list lighting or this camera placement in the judging sheet, but in today we are going to deliver all the speeches online, where these things are very important criteria. And in order to capture this indispensable knowledge, we have decided to write with one of the trailblazers in Jubail, that is DTM Safia Muhammad. Thank you very much, DTM Safia Muhammad. We are so fortunate to have you with us today. And still, let us take some more time to give our potential new attendees a favor. So I will just quickly introduce the role players as well. And after that, we will immediately get into the workshop. And today, as Wordmaster and Grammarian, we have the Iron Lady of Periyar. It is my pleasure to introduce to you DTM Sima Shibu as the Wordmaster and Grammarian. DTM Sima, could you please introduce the word as well as your role?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Good evening.
Good evening.
I have a dual role to play this evening as the Wordmaster and Grammarian. As Wordmaster, my task is to introduce a new word and motivate everyone to use it. A good vocabulary is an important tool of a speaker. In my opinion, the new word need to be one which has got its space in most of our speeches and conversations. The objective is to encourage everyone to use a specific word throughout this educational session. Today's word of the day is erudition. It's a noun, the quality of having or showing great knowledge or learning. Meaning of this word is intelligence, knowledge, or enlightenment. Here we go with some usages. The monk was known for his wisdom and erudition. She was known for his wit and erudition. The book is widely acclaimed for its erudition and sophistication. Try to use the word erudition for your assignments and future communications. As grammarian, I will be carefully listening all the speeches and today's workshops and note down the good usages, colorful phrases, and of course, the not so good usages. I shall present my report and at the end of the evaluation session when called upon to the general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, DTM Sima. It's a beautiful word, erudition. Thank you for introducing it so well. And next, we have the visionary of Periyar, the backbone of Periyar, DTM Manoj Nair as General Evaluator. DTM Manoj Nair, could you please explain your role as General Evaluator?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. A very warm good evening and a very happy New Year to all. My role as General Evaluator today is to observe and evaluate everything from the beginning to the end of the meeting and lead a constructive evaluation session when called upon to do so. I will wrap up the entire proceedings of the meeting, complimenting good practices and indicating the areas requiring improvement. I have already started my work. Right. And all the best to all of you. And going back to our Toastmaster of the day, DTM Periyar.
Thank you, DTM Manitsi Nair. Next, we have as TT Master, one of the most creative persons in Jubail, an excellent singer and a powerful speaker. Toastmaster Sabuklitis, could you please explain your role as TT Master?
Toastmasters of the day, fellow Toastmasters, friends, a warm good evening and Happy New Year once again. Today, my role is a double topic master. So for that, I have prepared 5 questions. So I think these questions are very innovative and you can speak about that subject. I will present my theme, the questions or themes when called upon to do so. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sabu. Next, we have a deceptively sweet and simple person as timer. Toastmaster Hema, could you please explain your role as timer?
Good evening to all. As the timer today, I will monitor the time taken by the workshop presenter, prepared speaker, table topic speakers and evaluators. I will change my background to green, yellow and red as required. Over to you, TM Modi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hema. Here on next, we have the multitasker of Periyar as Zoom Master and vote counter. Our today's presiding officer, Toastmaster Ravi Kumar Nair. Toastmaster Ravi, could you please explain your role?
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, warm good evening once again. Today, my role as Zoom Master is to conduct this meeting to ensure that this meeting is going smooth without any hiccups. And as vote counter, I will be conducting the e-poll and will announce the results once called upon to do so. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi. Here also next is what we were awaiting for long, the much awaited workshop from none other than champion speaker, past division governor, DTM Safir Muhammad. Before DTM Safir Muhammad, one question, would you like us to show you the times? And if you want, just tell us what time. When should it be green? Is it okay if we show 20 green, 25 yellow and 30-minute red?
Perfect.
All right, okay. So the timer will be showing times accordingly. Timer, please take note. So with that, now my privilege to introduce to you one of the best workshops you would ever listen to in Toastmasters. Over to you, DTM Safir, to play your magic.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, and the very honorable president as well.
Both of us have a lighting problem because the ceiling light is there.
No, it's not lighting problem. Lighting problem, it's not lighting problem. You need to explore on it. It's not lighting problem. Lighting makes the page dark. It's because maybe something on the screen.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Actually, Hema Harish, madam, it's you are.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Identify you. I mean, who are you?
I am Harish.
First lady of First lady, no, because
First lady of Periyar.
A person like Harish, when he introduced someone so passionately, I was thinking, who could it be?
I cannot
Thank you so much.
anyone else like that. Okay. Right.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, then bye-bye. I will take.
Thank you, Safir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Right.
Thank you, Safir, sir.
Right. Dear all, So next we are going to get into a very important thing that is going to give us fresh energy going through this new year. We will have an induction ceremony. It is my privilege to introduce one of my best friends, a powerhouse, to be frank, the backbone of so many organizations and a treasurer par excellence. ATM Shivadas, could you please conduct the induction ceremony?
Mr. President and Toastmaster of the day, am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, President, for that elevating introduction. I am so pleased and enthusiastic after hearing about your introduction. Thank you so much. The strength of the team is each individual member. The strength of each member is the team. Toastmaster of the day, distinguished President, distinguished Toastmaster Harish Bhargavan, fellow leaders, and my dear guests, a warm good evening to one and all. And wish you all a happy, prosperous, and healthy 2022. As our presiding officer, Toastmaster Devi Kumar Nair rightly pointed out, yes, any club's sustainability is purely depending upon the induction of new members. So it is our responsibility to get new members to this vibrant club. Then only for not only for Periyar, for any club is concerned, the new faces are a mandatory requirements. So as a VP membership of this club, it is my privilege to induct this person as member of Periyar family. Today, we are going to induct our guest because he had attended in many of our meetings, was Mr. Sushil Gupta as former member of Periyar Toastmasters clubs. Dear members, I have received the consent from almost all the members of Periyar family. Now, I invite the prospective member, Mr. Sushil Gupta, on the virtual platform. So, Master, could you please spotlight the prospective member, Mr. Sushil Gupta? Toastmaster Ravi? Yes. Thank you. Distinguished Toastmaster Harish Bhargavan, our own vibrant president, is a sponsor of Mr. Sushil Gupta. Distinguished Toastmaster Harish, would you please introduce the prospective member for the benefit of our club members?
Sure. Mr. Sushil Gupta is my colleague in office. He is a very strong pillar of the entire CapEx handling department of the entire SABIC. And as a colleague, it is such a pleasure that he's a very strong supporter, the reservoir of strength. Because Sushil is there, my life is tremendously easy. And it is just his word. I have the freedom in the entire world to do whichever way. Yes, that kind of a strong support, a very committed, very knowledgeable, very intelligent person. So I'm so happy that Sushil has decided to join with us. And with us, thing is that he belongs to Uttar Pradesh. So he's not a Malayali. So that gives us some responsibility that our natural tendency to speak in Malayalam, but we have to put a stop to it from now on. Periyar is no longer an exclusive Malayali club. So dear Sushil, please, whenever you find that we are slipping back to our old ways, kindly point it out to us. So we will, because it is a joint learning process. We would like very much to change our colors, our texture to more cosmopolitan. Please help us in that process. Thank you. Over to Shivadas.
Thank you, our president, for that detailed introduction. I strongly believe at this moment, Periyar made history, isn't it? And as our VP Education has pointed out, each member should contribute one member. Our leader, our president show the path. Now it is our individual turn, isn't it? So please do, and we will make this club a yet another vibrant club among District 79 Toastmasters community. VP Education Toastmaster Ravi Kumar Nair, I hope that you already given the roles and responsibility of a member of Toastmasters Club to Sushil. Am I right? You already
Yes.
briefed him.
Yes.
And Mr. Sushil, it is an important occasion for a new member and Periyar fraternity as well. These Toastmasters came to Periyar Toastmasters Club to improve further his communication and leadership skills. So together we will learn, relearn and unlearn. Dear Toastmaster, VP Education Toastmaster Ravi Kumar Nair, have you assigned an experienced Toastmaster member of this prospective member?
Yes, DTM Harish Bhargavan is his mentor.
DTM had, yeah, thank you, VP Education. Mr. President, will you accept the role as a mentor for
Sure,
Mr.
I do.
Sushil Gupta?
Sure, I do. Yes.
Thank you once again, distinguished Toastmaster Harish Bhargavan. Membership in Periyar Toastmasters Club is a privilege that carries many rewards. Yet it also places certain obligations upon you, Mr. Sushil. We are a group of people brought together to do things we could not accomplish alone. Our collective obligation is to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with fellow members in a spirit of enjoyment. This means you must work diligently towards your own self-development, evaluate other speeches in a spirit of supporting and sharing manner. Assist the club in reaching its goals, remain positive, dynamic and effective. If you want to gain the benefit of this excellent program, our advice to you is dedicate yourselves to your personal growth, share these great gifts with your fellow members and help us to keep Periyar Toastmasters Club strong and vibrant as ever. Dear prospective member, Mr. Sushil, please raise your right hand and affirm your membership by repeating the following words. I, your name.
I, Sushil Kumar Gupta.
In the presence of my fellow members of Periyar Toastmasters Club.
The presence of my fellow members of Periyar Toastmasters Club.
Make this firm obligation.
Make this firm obligations.
To attend meetings regularly.
To attend meetings regularly.
And prepare fully for each assignment.
And prepare fully for each assignment.
To apply myself to the program.
To apply myself for the program.
Outline the Toastmasters manuals.
Outlined in the Toastmasters manual.
To participate actively in each club activities.
To participate actively in each club activities.
To evaluate others in a positive.
To evaluate others in a positive.
And constructive manner.
And constructive manner.
To build open.
To build open.
Friendly relationship with my fellow members.
Open and friendly relationship with fellow members.
And to bring other new members into the club.
And to bring other new members into the club.
So that they can also gain the benefit of Toastmastering.
So that they can also gain the benefit of the Toastmasters.
Thank you, Sushil.
Thank you.
My dear club members, our new members are ready to share their experience and grow with us. Now it is our turn to help and guide them. I request the club members, accept the guest, please raise your right hand and make this pledge. We, the members of Periyar Toastmasters Club pledge.
The members of Periyar Toastmasters Club pledge.
To support you.
To support you.
In your quest for self-development.
In your quest for self-development.
To provide you.
To provide you.
With positive, helpful evaluations.
With positive, helpful evaluations.
To maintain a friendly. Supportive atmosphere.
To maintain an atmosphere.
To give you opportunity to help others.
To give you
opportunity to help others.
Support
and to make your Toastmasters and to make your Toastmaster membership
and
to make the Toastmaster membership
Toastmasters membership
a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
rewarding and fulfilling experience.
Thank you, dear members. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to invite our President, Distinguished Toastmaster Harish Bhargavan, to the virtual stage to present the Toastmaster spin virtually to our new member.
Thank you once again, our VP Education. Dear Toastmaster Sushil Gupta, kindly virtually accept the Toastmasters pin.
Thank you so much. This is the beauty of Toastmaster. We are stepping in as far as the requirements are concerned. Thank you, President. Now, it is my pleasure to formally welcome and congratulate you as member of Periyar Toastmasters Club. And now onwards, you will known as Toastmaster Sushil Gupta. We are extremely proud and happy to have you as member in our club. Dear Toastmasters, please give a thunderous round of virtual applause. Thank you, dear members of Periyar Toastmasters Club. And once again, my best wishes to the new member, Toastmaster Sushil Gupta, for taking the steps to rejuvenate yourselves. Membership in Periyar Toastmasters Club is a privilege that carries many rewards. Yet, it also places certain obligations upon you. And here onwards, you will be in our team. And thank you so much. And we hope that now you are also taking resolutions to bring no more members to Periyar family. Thank you. Good night. Back to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much.
Thank you
all
Shivadas.
Thank you so much for this such kind of warm welcome. I hope I will fulfill all the responsibilities given and take this club to a new height with all your support. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you.
We are certain, like most of all, I am certain, Sushil, that we will definitely make history together.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Yes. Here on next, we have our prepared speech session. Today we have one prepared speaker who is an inspiration for all of us. A very talented youngster presenting Pathway 1, Level 1, Project 3. Title of the speech, Make It a Part of the Past. Toastmaster Shrestha Nair. And before the speech, may I invite the evaluator, DTM Shivadas MB, to read out the objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Once again, Toastmaster Shrestha Nair going to attempt her second project, Pathway Level 1, Project number 2, Evaluation and Feedback. There are two purposes for this project. The first purpose of this project is for the members to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. And the next purpose of this speech is for the members to demonstrate that he or she has applied the feedback received from his or her speech. Time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to Toastmaster Shrestha. Back to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, DTM Shivadas. You're all with a warm, loud round of applause. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Shrestha to the virtual stage. Over to you, Toastmaster Shrestha.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes.
So may I start my path?
Before starting, you have the title is to be given. You have the title?
Already.
The title was read out.
Read out already.
Make it a part of the past.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Anger and intolerance are the enemies of correct understanding. Quoted by Mahatma Gandhi. Respected dignitaries, adorable guests, and my fellow Periyarians, warm good evening to all. As a teen myself, I know I was intolerant of my parents and my only sibling. I thought of myself as a free spirit because I had started to reject my parents' opinions, values, rules, or mostly anything they said. But as time went by, I started to think, what will being intolerant to my parents or anyone who opposed my decisions do to me? What will it do? Leaving that aside, now what is intolerance? If you need a definition, intolerance can be defined as unwillingness to accept views, beliefs, or behavior that differs from one's own. What was intolerance in many's point of view? When unidentified, something that may take the form of violence, aggression, discrimination, or disobedience. Yes, they are part of intolerance. But what intolerance really is the unwillingness to accept difference. That is what it is, the unwillingness to accept difference. Now, the answer to my question was, I learned that if tolerance leads to acceptance and understanding, then intolerance results in eternal negative issues. Today, tolerance seems to be ubiquitous among the youth in our nation. There seems to be a staggering supply of intolerance among the youth who seem to have become immensely intolerant and come out to be energizing their own narrow perspectives. And also, we all have seen serious intolerance shown in support of tolerance. Does that even make sense? Now, intolerance is a common remark during the adolescent period. It is very common for teenagers to reject things that make them feel restricted or that seem childish to them. Many young adults and teens become judgmental of those who appear different than they are, both mentally and physically. Today, young people don't spend time in pursuing their hobbies or sports, but rather indulge in TV and internet. But psychologists believe that repeated exposure to violence, aggression shown on these shows may affect behavioral processes in the youth. It can make them callous and intolerant. Lack of outdoor activities results in less social skills. Social skills makes a person likable, pleasant, and tolerant. But lack of these skills makes people intolerant, impatient, and unpleasant. Lack of tolerance can lead to many problems, including increased blood pressure, heart rate, mental illness, disobedience, discrimination, anger management issues, violence, aggressions, etc. It is a very long list. It is said that learning to be tolerant and respectful of others is key to being successful in life. There are many ways to foster tolerance as part of ourselves. Parents can't control every aspect of a child's world. So it becomes increasingly important that parents remember not to stop talking as their children grow old and conversations become more complex. Parents should look for opportunities to discuss difficult issues whenever possible, and youngsters in becoming more mature, tolerant, and well-behaved. Young children typically have an easy time accepting diversity when they are exposed to it, as they are still young. Introducing them to the world of curiosity and learning about new worlds and ideas can help youngsters be more tolerant. Learning more about other people from different cultures and countries can help them to lose their fear of the unknown. The youth should be made aware about things related to religion, caste, color, and creed. It is not always about textbook erudition. Schools and colleges could initiate youth development programs that are free from all forms of discrimination based on gender, caste, language, or physical or mental condition. While we are angry or intolerant, some stretching and relaxing, some meditation and yoga can help us to compose ourselves. You know, there's a thin line between tolerance and intolerance. Both attitudes add up to the peak of positive and negative approaches. Now, I finish off my speech by saying one simple thing. Acceptance, tolerance, and forgiveness. Those are transformational, life-altering lessons. Accept yourself and others around you. Learn to be tolerant towards the opinions and views of everyone. And learn to forgive yourself and others, as no one is made perfect. We learn and earn perfection. Let's make tolerance a part of the past. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Over to you, team. TM Harish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shrestha. Thank you for embodying the word of the day. What an erudition. Dear all, please let's give a round of applause to Toastmaster Shrestha. Today we have only one speaker, so the next in the agenda is table topics. And to conduct table topics, we cannot have a better person than Toastmaster Sabuklitus. It's now my pleasure and privilege to invite to the stage our immediate past president, Toastmaster Sabuklitus, to conduct the table topic session. Over to you, Toastmaster Sabu.
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, guest, a warm good evening. Toastmasters, what is the intention of table topic session in the Toastmasters educational program? The intention to help members develop their ability to organize their thoughts quickly and respond to an impromptu question or any topic. As far as my concern, this is one of the best or very important educational session in Toastmasters educational program or this process. Because it is very difficult to organize the thoughts within a seconds. So that is the ability we are getting through table topic session. Indeed, it is the best and it is one of the key program or the very important program in Toastmasters educational process or educational journey. Today, I have prepared some questions. So I will ask the question, why I said this one, especially our Sushil Gupta, Toastmaster Sushil Gupta, is our new member. Welcome, sir. And so for small awareness, I talked about this, the use or the need of table topic session in Toastmasters. I think you got a small idea. After days, you will be a champion in Toastmasters, especially in table topic. I think so. Anyway, let me ask the question. It's not a question. It's a simple thought. You can think about it and you can say your own idea. That is the correct one. Whatever the idea you are saying about the topic or that question, that is the correct 100%. Because there is no other criteria for that one. Think on feet. That is the aim of table topic. The first question, the success is not an activity, but a process. Success is not an activity, but a process. Toastmaster Shivadas Bhargavan, do you agree this comment, this topic or not? Toastmaster DTM Shivadas Bhaskaran.
Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters, I do agree. Success is an activity. It's a process. Let me share my recent experience when I rewarded the best employee of my company recently. Because I have been working, some of our friends or some of our workmates told that why you are working hard. I always given. First you work hard, then the achievements or results will follow us. So success is not a particular activity. It will depending upon our throughout activities. So this year I got the best performer of the year because COVID situations, every company is tightening their financial position, but they rewarded me. So I believe success is throughout our life. It is a process, it is an activity, but I hardly believe it's a continuous process because without success we cannot achieve anything in the either in the professional life or personal life. So in conclusion, success, if you're working hard, work hard, the results will follow you accordingly because nobody can prevent us the achievements or reward. You work, the achievements will follow you. This is so I strongly agree. Success is a continuous process. Thank you. Back to table topic master.
Thank you, DTM Shivadas Bhaskaran, because now you understood why you are a successful person. Because from your own words, we'll understand it is a process. Day by day, we are doing a lot of things to get the success in our life. Thank you, DTM Shivadas Bhaskaran. And my next question is, every day is a change to be better. Every day is a change to be better. DTM Manoj Nair. I would like to call DTM Manoj Nair to speak about this subject. Are you
Thank you, table topic master,
or not?
Thank you, table topic master. It's a fantastic question. Actually, in the days of COVID-19, actually, being alive itself is something very exciting. Every day we are seeing a lot of changes. One day COVID comes, next day Omicron comes, another day now another virus coming. Now a new virus came to a Puvi. So every day we are seeing changes nowadays. Each and every day is special for all of us. Change is inevitable. If there is something which cannot change, it is the everyday changes, it is the change. So the change is inevitable. Without change, nothing can move forward. In Periyar Toastmasters, if we want to have a change, then only it will go further better. Today, we have a great Toastmaster came to our Periyar Toastmasters, Toastmaster Sushil Gupta. It's a great change. So every day we are improving with the change. So changes make our life. I personally believe that without change, nothing can go forward. And change is inevitable. And changes make our lives. Over to table topic master.
Thank you, DTM Manoj Nair. Why I asked this question to DTM Manoj Nair, do you know? Because he's my mentor now. Whatever the speeches or whatever the activities related to the Toastmasters Club, he always giving the advice, make some changes. Don't stick on the old one, but make some changes. See, he is the apt person to talk about the changes. Thank you, DTM Manoj Nair. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Going to the next point, next question. What is, without passion, life is nothing. Without passion, life is nothing. I would like to call our new member, Toastmaster Sushil Gupta. Toastmaster Sushil Gupta. Without passion, life is nothing. Are you agree or not?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmasters, for giving me this opportunity to speak here. And I tend to agree with this statement that without passion, life is nothing. Why? Because, everyone here in this world lives somehow. Uh, Somebody just lives, take food, go here and there and take routine activities and just come back and sleep. And there is no such goals in his life. And there is another person who has some passion to do something to achieve some success or do something towards his goal of his life. He need to have some passion. Then he will realize the real content or real thing from his life, so that he can enjoy better. And he enjoys really better if he has passion. So you need to have some passion, some kind of passion to enjoy your life. So I agree with this statement.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sushil Gupta. Sure, sir, you are a good table topic master. You can speak you can get a lot of champions trophies for TT, because once I joined the Toastmaster, I got a subject. I'm not able to speak even one sentence about that subject. Now you talk very nicely about what you call it, core point about the passion of life. Thank you very much. Thank you. So I am sure you will be a champion in our Periyar Toastmasters once. Thank you. Thank you. Now moving to the last point, that is about our BP education, Toastmaster Ravi Kumar. What is your dream job? Why you selected that job? What is your dream job? Why you select that job? Toastmaster Ravi Kumar.
Toastmaster, TT Master of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, warm good evening once again.
Good evening.
Before coming to the topic, let's talk some reality. I was pleading to Sabu, Sabu said not to call me for the TT session, but he was so, rude. Anyway, so coming back to the topic, my dream job, everybody knows it keeps on changes, and until we attain an age of 25, it keeps on changing. My first dream job was to become a pilot. And then by 12th, we almost comes to know that, okay, pilots doesn't have much opportunity. You need to be basically a rich person to become a pilot. Then in the 12th, you study hard to become, my interest changed to become an astronomer, to get into ISRO somehow. And for that, when I studied in Bombay, so the basic requirement was physics, chemistry, maths, and the requirement was 60% to write on the entrance exam for ISRO. And I attended the exam also, but didn't get through. So again, I changed it to get into the Merchant Navy then. But even there, I didn't get success. And at the age of 25, I came to Saudi. Again, the dream jobs are my destination. My aim is keeping on changing, and then at last, I can say that I am now I am already leading a dream job of mine. Getting up on your own time. If you work, if you feel like working, otherwise sleep. Okay, it's a dream job for me actually right now. But the things are, dream job is something you would passionately love for and long for, and you purposefully land to it. But unfortunately, I somehow, I have been dropped into this job. So I'm loving it anyway, and I'm enjoying it to the fullest. And I don't think I will go for any other 9 to 5 job back to again. So that's it, and over to the TT Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi Nair. I'm sure you are a typical Malayali, because that is a common factor of Malayalis. Day by day, they will change the dreams. At last, they will they will embrace what we are receiving. That's only the bottom line. Anyway, that is all. That is everything, and that is happening in everybody's life, because day by day we are changing our dreams, and sometimes we are reached there, sometimes that may be loose from our hands. Anyway, that was a nice answer, and you talked about this subject with your whole heart, means open your heart, and you talked about this subject, approach your positive way. Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi Nair. And I think this was the end. This was the last question. So I think you all enjoy these questions, and I am very much thank you to our VP Education Ravi, Toastmaster Ravi, to give this opportunity to perform as the table talk master to this meeting. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Time report, please.
Timer, please.
Time taken by Manoj Nair, 1 minute 40 seconds. Sushil Gupta, 1 minute 10 seconds. Ravi Kumar, 2 minutes 54 seconds. Manoj, Toastmaster Manoj and Sushil Gupta are qualified.
Shivadas?
You forget your mentor, huh? My God.
No, I have not. Shivadas was 2 minutes 15 seconds.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, except me, I think all of them are qualified. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Sabu, for that very interesting table topic session. Dear all, let us give a round of applause to Sabu and all the TT speakers. They have also performed very well. All the topics were addressed to the point. So with that, now it's time for us to get into the evaluation session. And for that, we have the one and only person who we can depend on in any eventuality in Jubail. If there is any person who is in need of something, they will not think twice before calling this person particularly. That is none other than DTM Manoj Nair. Over to DTM Manoj Nair as our general evaluator today. Manoj, please.
Thank you very much. Yeah, sorry. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that very, very encouraging introduction. Thank you very much. Let us move into my duty now. Yeah. Dear Periyarians, very warm good evening once again. One of the beauties of Toastmasters program is the instant feedback to the speakers by the evaluation of their speeches. There is no doubt that it is evaluation that helps the speaker to define his speaking skills and refine it to a better level. By choosing our words very carefully and making suggestions instead of criticism, we can make evaluations more effective. And a sincere evaluation with comments and recommendations will help the speaker to improve his speaking skills in a very positive manner. The feedbacks on speeches are the, we can say that it is just like the chisels to shape a speech. like a piece of wood into a beautiful statue. It is the speaker to decide what to take and what not to take. Even though not recommended, when a speaker makes some mistakes regularly, there are some occasions, some evaluators point out such errors of the speakers. In my humble opinion, if the speaker can take that in a very positive sense, he could learn from that too. It will be better for that speaker only. Don't take it in the negative sense. This is my humble recommendation. Okay. Now, today, to evaluate our speakers, we have an experienced and refined Toastmasters with erudition. So let us move into the only one and only speech of Toastmaster Shrestha Nair. We have a gentle and candid person. He is a great speaker, motivator, winner of many competitions, and a sincere friend. Without doubt, he is a trailblazer in Jubail Toastmasters arena. Fellow Toastmasters, please help me in welcoming Toastmaster Shivadas Bhaskaran to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Shrestha Nair.
General Evaluator, am I audible?
Yes, sure.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, that pleasing and extraordinary introduction. I'm so privileged to hear such nice words from you. Helen Keller rightly said, the highest result of education is tolerance. Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and Toastmasters Shrestha Nair in particular, a very warm good evening to one and all. Toastmaster Shrestha, as a second speech, you completely achieved all the objectives of this particular project. Let us give a big round of virtual applause to Toastmaster Shrestha. Toastmaster Shrestha, you have delivered the speech with renowned style, with erudition and confidence. Congratulations, Toastmaster Shrestha. And you started with a quote from our Father of Nations. That itself, we all are very much eager to hear your speech. And throughout your speech, I could able to see a beautiful smile, because smile, everything can be made into positive. So you created a positive and vibrant energy throughout your speech. And you talked about, because tolerance, after hearing your speech as a 3 boys father, I changed my perceptions about parenting. That is the beauty of your speech. Yes, acceptance, tolerance, and forgiveness. Those are the life learning lessons. You narrated this incident with your own some personal experience. Very well crafted speech, and you pointed out the emotion. You have showed sadness, frustration. That shows your ability to develop a speech. And in between, you use the word of the erudition. That shows your enthusiasm how to deliver a speech in between. So all congratulations, Toastmaster Shrestha. You met most of the objectives of this particular project, because even though you start, this is your second project, but I can see a fantastic speaker in you, like your father. So please move ahead. But having said, every speech have an opportunity to improve, because our distinguished Toastmaster Manosi Nair told, changes are always inevitable, like improvements are always inevitable. I have 2 recommendations. The first recommendation is you can little bit work on the voice model, especially you talk some word unwilling to accept the difference, something like that. You can force your word, and in the conclusion, acceptance and tolerance and forgiveness are the life level. There you can give little more punch. It would have radiated little more energy to the audience. And second recommendation is for you, because what I felt, your speech was a serious mode. If you apply some humor in between, especially your some incidents with regard to your parent, your father or something like that, it will add some more colors to the speech. Having said, a great speaker, great speech from a great speaker, a confident speaker. Just to consider these 2 recommendations with regard to voice modulation and humor part. Definitely, I could able to see you will strike again. You will be the master of public speaker. Thank you so much. You are an asset to Periyar Toastmasters Club. Thank you once again. Please keep going. Please continue to inspire us. Back to Mr. General Evaluator. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, DTM Shivadas Bhaskaran, for that very well delivered evaluation. Now, to evaluate the table topic speeches, we have an erudite person who has proven his quality through his actions. The past president of Periyar Toastmasters Club as well as Royal Leaders Toastmasters Club, who are successful in making both Toastmasters Club to one of the best clubs in area District 79 during his term as president. Fellow Toastmasters, please help me in welcoming Toastmaster Shibu Xavier to evaluate the table topic speakers.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator, my mentor, DTM Manoj C. Nair, for that inspiring introduction. Mr. General Evaluators, fellow Toastmasters, and particular all the TT speakers, a very warm good evening to one and all. Let me congratulate our TT Master, Toastmasters Advocates, for bringing such simple topics which all the speakers, they have spoken very well. Our first speaker was DTM Shivadas Bhaskaran, as usual, charm he started. I talk about his own success, and he has narrated his own personal success story. And the message, it was very clear to me. And the recommendation, only I have one recommendation, is that because he's going to participate in the future contest. I felt a bit fast, your speech, so it could have a slow down so that I can also, I like person myself, I think it's easy to follow you. And the second speaker was DTM Manoj C. Nair. He talked about the changes, and he mentioned about the real change which was happened today in Periyar Toastmasters Club. It was awesome speech, DTM Manoj C. Nair. I didn't see any recommendations there, so keep going. And our third speaker was our newly inducted Toastmaster Sushil Gupta. It was a great attempt, sir. And you talk about passion and very confidently, and the message was very clear. I have only simple one recommendation, that you could have spoke a bit more, because you are a confident speaker. Hopefully this can be done in your future speeches. And our last speaker was our VP Education, Toastmaster Ravi Kumar, and he talked about his dream job. It was a great attempt, Toastmaster Ravi Kumar, and your dream really a great boost to me, especially because, you know, such age, we all have beautiful dreams, but when you come to when you realize your life, there should have some real changes also. I have only simple suggestion that you could have stayed in the time limit. I think you have exceeded the time, not much, but that is only the one recommendation. And congratulations to all the TT speakers. You have spoken very well. You all are very potential speakers. All the very best to you. Thank you. And back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, DTM Shibu Xavier, for that very clinical evaluation on the table topic speakers. Well done, and I am sure that all the table topic speakers might have got the benefit of that evaluation. Okay, that was the evaluations. Actually, we have completed the first round of evaluation here, we can say. And timer, Toastmaster Hema Harish, could you please read out the time report?
Time taken by Sivadas is 3 minutes 14 seconds. Shibu Xavier 2 minutes 42 seconds. Thank you.
Yeah, anyway, both are qualified, and anyway, since there are only 2 evaluators, there will not be voting, and both will be declared as winners. Okay. Now, our grammarian and word master, can you please come out to the lectern and give your report, please?
Once again, good evening to all.
Good evening.
Today's word of the day, erudition, used by many Toastmasters. I am so happy and glad to hear that. Toastmaster Harish Bhargavan, Toastmaster Sabuklitas, Toastmaster DTM Manoj Nair, then Sreshta, DTM Shivadas Bhaskar. Most of the Toastmasters, those who present today, they use this word erudition. It's a nice word. I request you all to use in your regular up-to-date communications and your messages. Thank you so much once again. Then come to the good usages of today's meeting. Today we have only one speech, then the workshop. So anyway, I noticed a few of them. Less of dispensable and more of indispensable. Indispensable knowledge, visionary of Periyar, backbone of Periyar. Then acceptance, tolerance, forgiveness are the key of life success or life learning lessons. Then success is not an activity, but it is a process. Then being alive is existing, and change is inevitable. Without passion, life is nothing. Today's table topics are very attractive and very easy to talk. Congratulations to Table Topic Master for such a selective table topics. Then without passion, life is nothing. Keep on change. Then the co-evaluator Toastmaster Shivadas Bhaskaran quoted the Helen Keller, the highest result of education is tolerance. All are such a nice usages. I'm so happy to note down all such good usages, and I couldn't find any not so usages. Anyway, congratulations to all the speakers and assignees. And I'm so glad to I'm so glad because most of the Toastmasters they use this erudition, the word of the day, in the speeches and their roles. Then once again, my kind request is use this word in your regular conversations and messages. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, DTM Sima, for that detailed report on as grammarian and word master. Thank you very much. Now let us have my general evaluation on the overall proceedings. Our meeting started on time, which I want to highlight as a very positive and encouraging point. Actually, from the beginning, our president and the VP Education had made it very specific that whatever be the strength, whatever be the condition, we will start on time. That's a great thing we are doing, and we should keep it up as it is. Other thing that all the guests are greeted very, very nicely. Toastmaster of the day had the president has given a welcome message. Toastmaster of the day has given a very good opening speech. Then coming into our speeches, even though there is only one speech, I personally feel that at least 2 speeches. But we have a workshop today, so that may be the reason our VP Education might have thought of only single speech. I think, even though that was a good speech by Toastmaster Sreshta Nair, and there was a great workshop with erudition by DTM Safia Mohammed, and it was very, very actually not like other workshops, regular workshops. It was totally daringly different experience for all of us, and we all have to learn how to present ourselves in front of online meeting. That was the thing he has presented, and was done very nicely. Thank you, DTM Safia. And there was a fantastic induction ceremony conducted by DTM Shivadas Bhaskaran, and our new member Toastmaster Sushil Gupta also had given feedbacks, and it was very eager, nice and eager we are eager to hear more from Toastmaster Sushil Gupta, because his thoughts and speeches are coming very, very, very elusive and fantastic. So I am sure that he will come out with great speeches in the future. Then coming back into the table topics, were very nice. Anybody can speak on the topics. That was the table topics taken by Toastmaster Sabuklitas. Very nice, and that should be the way. The table topic should be for everybody. Everybody should understand. Everybody should speak. That should be the and nice table topics were taken, and everybody spoke on the topics. Evaluation session overall, it was very well done. DTM Shivadas and DTM Shibu Sevia had done it fantastically well. And coming into the grammarian area, very detailed report with all the details are collected by DTM Sima also. So altogether, a fantastic meeting has been completed. Very educative and entertaining meeting had been completed. There are something which we can improve. That is, one is attendance. That is, as usual, we have to improve upon our attendance. And one more thing which I want to suggest is, instead of in the table topics, instead of asking questions, we can say, you can avoid questions. We can say that the topics, we can, okay, it's a topic we are giving, and the people are speaking on the topic. It is a small speech, actually. When table topic, it's a small speech. So we are talking on a particular subject. There is a topic. So instead of questions, we can make it as a topic. And then the topic is so and so. Topic is changes are inevitable. Okay, we can say like that. So that will be a better usage in that area. Other than this fantastic evening, and I am signing off. Before that, congratulations to all the assignees and the speakers. Being general evaluator, I also thoroughly enjoyed the meeting. I thank all assignees. Help me to conduct this session very smoothly. Thank you very much, and over to Toastmaster.
Thank you, DTM Manoj Sinayar. What an amazing evaluation session, and what an extensive report as general evaluator. Here all, let us give a round of applause to DTM Manoj Sinayar, as well as the whole team of evaluators and webmaster. Amazing job. That is now time for us to see who are the winners of today, so that we have a dedicated person who at a time, anytime you look, will be doing at least two things together. And in Periyar, it is no different. Here we have him handling the role of presiding officer, as well as Master, and a third, that is vote counter. So please help me welcome to the stage our Superman multitasker, Toastmaster Ravi Nair, to present the results of today's voting.
Thank you, Toastmaster today. Good evening once again. And thank you for those pleasing words. And today's results, we have only one speaker. So naturally, the best speaker award goes to Toastmaster Srishta Nair. And we had only, in TT session only, we had the polling needed, and the best TT speaker is Toastmaster Sushil Kumar Gupta. Congratulations to him for winning the best TT award in the first attempt itself. And the third session evaluation, as there is only, there are only two evaluators. So by default, both of them are the best evaluators, DTM Shibadas and DTM Shibu Sevia. Congratulations to all the winners and all the assignees. Thank you very much. Over to Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinaya. Now, it has been a very good experience for me to be the Toastmaster of the day today. I extend my sincere thanks to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Ravi Nair, for giving me this opportunity. With that, now back to you, presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, for performing your role in a diligent manner. And the champion finishes off with the, the unique way. No need to ask whether he has done or good. He is always the best.
Obvious.
Thank you for performing your role in a wonderful way. And our next meeting will be our contest, January 21st. So I request all the members to prepare yourself, register yourself for the contest. International and TT sessions are coming up. So please register yourself for the contest on January 21st. Other than that, our family get together is coming up on January 28th. As of now, we don't know whether we would be able to conduct it or not because of Omicron scores rising up every day. So we will be intimating all of you people with the help of our registration coordinator, Toastmaster DTM Shivadas. And that's all for the announcements for next meetings. And I will now like to hand it over to the actual president now.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi. Today you have handled the role of presiding officer extremely well. So please do it more and more often. Maybe the next year.
We'll try.
Right. Dear all, there is one request that has come from one of our sister clubs, Empower Ladies Toastmasters. They have their contest on 14th January, that's a Friday, from 2 p.m. They would like to have one person from our club to be a contest chair. So because it is better to extend support because they have come and done an evaluation in our club as well. So is there someone?
It's a ladies club, right?
It's a ladies club, so it is not necessary that the contest chair need to be a woman. But Ravi, you can well be. You, Simba, would you like to? Could you please? Or Shipu? Okay.
If Sima prefer, let her Sima. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
You can do.
When it will be?
14th.
2 p.m. 2 p.m. on 14th.
14th is Saturday.
Oh no, 14th is Friday.
Shall confirm tomorrow.
Which contest, Harish Bhargavan?
Contest they haven't specified. They want a contest chair. They have their their club contest. They want a contest chair.
I will confirm tomorrow, okay? It's a Friday. Only one day holiday. Okay.
Yes. It's on 14th January, 2 p.m. KSA time.
It's a Friday. 14th Friday.
So they are looking for one contest chair, right?
Yes.
So if Seema or Shibu is not taking the role, I will take the role, but I will be a part of humorous or international content because we don't want to take the risk of evaluation. Otherwise, we need to bring the specimen speaker and the table topics we need to select. These two contest chair, if Seema or Shibu is not agreeing, I will take.
Okay, even otherwise, we can say that we will not bring the table topic or specimen speaker that they have to arrange from their side. That condition we can put on their side.
It is difficult to get a specimen speaker now.
Yes.
Okay.
So Sima, could you confirm tomorrow or?
I will confirm tomorrow, okay?
Okay. If not, we will confirm with Sima or Shibu. If you cannot, then Shivadas is the backup. Thank you very much. In support, we have got 3. Yes.
Periyar is that is Periyar.
Yeah. And let us get, if we can get some members from their side into our club, that's our ultimate objective.
give and take.
Okay, I think
Mr. Contest Chair for International, I would make an announcement. You are slowly going to participate both in international and table topics. So I decided my title is Let us set everything straight.
okay, contest chair is Ravi. Yes. So,
So
we will
this-
have. Yeah.
I feel that this will motivate other members.
Yes, dear Toastmaster, myself also, I am planning to conduct in both. Also. Just
See the beauty.
for inspiring to others. That's all.
Yes.
This is the beauty. See,
How about
one-
Sima?
Come on.
Yes, yes. Sima in both. Sabu in both.
Okay, registered.
Registered. Sabu in both.
We all are
Yes.
registered members.
So in table topics.
What is that actually? I need to understand.
There will
What
be a
is that
contest, just like our last contest. It is just like this. A table topic will be given. You'll have to speak. That's all.
Who else will participate there?
We all of us mean myself, Shiva, Shibu, Sima, Sabu. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Thank you. Yes. Yes.
Okay. What is the date you told?
21st Jan.
21st Jan. What is the day that?
Day will be Friday. 21st Jan, Friday.
Friday.
Okay, I'll tell
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Dear all, is there anything further to discuss? If not, we formally adjourn the meeting now. We can continue chit chatting.